Good morning, Facebook. It's Josh Nelson here. We're going to talk some money this morning. I want to talk to you about a concept that we're all familiar with and we all hate, and that's the word interest. I want to read a quote to you by somebody that I'm sure everybody has a lot of respect for, Albert Einstein. He said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. Those who understand it earn it, and those who don't pay it. Well, I can tell you right now, 97% of the U.S. population pays interest. And I want to give you guys some statistics because as I did my research, I don't know if you went back and watched my previous video on my story of how I got, into the finance business. One of the things that I discovered that made me sick is the fact that the average American spends 34.5 cents of every dollar that they earn in interest payments. Think about this, folks. The rigged system makes money when we deposit our money into their bank. They turn around through fractional reserve banking. They can literally create money out of thin air, right? The way that it works is if you deposit $100, the bank only has to reserve 10% of that, right? Or 10 bucks. The other $90, they can turn around and create a new entry into the fractional reserve computer system, which basically creates money out of thin air. So now they take 90 of your dollars and they loan it to the next customer. Now, what do you think that customer does with the 90 bucks? They go deposit it in the bank. And now the bank only has to reserve 10% of the $90, which creates another loan that they can go give out, and it just happens and it goes on and on and on and on forever. So realistically, by even having a bank account, we're perpetuating the problem, right? Every time we deposit money into the system, fractional reserve banking kicks in. But here's the point. When it comes to interest, not only are we dealing with a rigged system, but now we go get credit. Right? We go get credit cards, we purchase our cars on credit, we purchase our home on credit. And here's the misconception is that people think that they own their home. People think that they own their car. Look, if your car is leased or financed, the bank owns your car. If your home is mortgaged, I'm sorry to tell you, but the bank owns your home. And when we buy these things on credit and then we pay it back over time, we think we're getting a good deal because we can afford the payment, right? And that's the whole American philosophy, right? I'm gonna go buy a car I can't afford if I can afford the payment. But look at the interest rate and look at how the loan works. Let's say you buy a car for $50,000 on credit. Even if you have good credit, by the time you pay the car off, you may have paid $70,000 for the car, right? You buy a home on a 30-year mortgage. By the time that mortgage is paid off, you just paid double for the house. So interest is a killer. And we have a solution to that. The financial tool that I share with everybody that is really my ministry and my passion, something that I discovered a couple years ago, is what all wealthy people use. And it actually creates your own banking system where you can take your income, you can deposit it into your own banking system, and that money will now be leveraged and it will create interest and dividends for you every year for the rest of your life. And here's the key, folks. This special account, okay, the way that it works and the way that it's designed is it's securitized. And I'm not going to give it all away on this video, but what I can tell you is that this is a way for you to insure your income. And all wealthy people insure their income. Rich people don't spend their income. They don't go to a job, trade time for money, take that money, deposit it in the traditional rigged banking system, and then go pay a bill. Because then that money and the time it took to make that money went in that person's life, left that person's life just faster than they made it, and that money's never going to come back. It's never going to provide for your children anymore. It's never going to help you pay any more bills. But if you could take your income, plug it into a system, into a special account that the Walt Disneys of the world use, that the James Cash Penney, the owner of J.C. Penney, uses, Ray Kroc has used these accounts to actually fund salaries in the Ronald McDonald campaign for McDonald's. I can go on and on and on about all the wealthy people that have utilized this system and still to this day utilize this system because it's been around for over 200 years. But when you have it properly constructed and we teach you how to use it, you'll never pay interest ever again to a traditional banking system. The only time you'll ever pay interest is to yourself because you become the bank. If you want to learn more, comment below or shoot me a DM, and I will set up a free strategy call with you. We can jump on Zoom. I'll go over exactly how this works, and I promise you that if you reach out to me and you give me an opportunity to share with you what I'm talking about, it's going to change your financial life forever, and I promise you, you're never going to look at money again. So comment below, DM me, and we'll set up a time that we can talk. All right? God bless. Have a wonderful day.